Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be gaining points and rising up. Well, we're gonna try, okay? So you want me to hit legend, huh? I don't know if I actually really want to. It's gonna be pretty disappointing because of how horrible the pose is this season. Go figure. The one season I actually try to get it, I get the worst pose that we've had in months. Okay. How you doing, folks? Hope you are all having a great day. Let's go ahead and see. We're going to be pairing up Zygarde with several different Pokemon throughout this video here, switching up the teams and just having a little fun with this thing. And we're actually able to power this up a couple more times thanks to the Hisuian Typhlosion Raid Day for the ticket holders to receive extra XL candy. I was able to get about 35 and immediately put those into the Zygarde. Anytime I do go Battle League on the premium track as well, I invest those XL candies immediately into the Zygarde too. Until this thing is completely powered up, that is what I'm going to be doing. And it's absolutely worth it in every single way possible. I still am blown away by just how OP this thing is. Got a double KO there with the Ho-Oh. Very nice, very nice. So Zygarde's a little low on that health there. We're going to go ahead and bring it in to go for that Earthquake up against that Zekrom here. Landing it and then bringing in the Xerneas. Oh, so meme maker Raspberry Wiener, he actually suggested that I put Xerneas on the team here alongside Mewtwo and Zygarde, as it is going to be a AAA team. So we are going to be doing that for a while here, and yeah. Oh, by the way, let's go ahead and collect the Stardust here. We're not going to be collecting the Pokemon. That's going to take way too long. We're going to go ahead and just do this on camera. We're going to get ourselves 2 more XL candy so that we can put that towards maxing out this absolute beast. And not only that, folks, we have a little treat for you. You want to see another Zygarde? You want to see a Zygarde mirror match? But not only that, do you want to see somebody with a better Zygarde than me? That could be potentially completely maxed out. Yeah, we're going to see that. So make sure you stay tuned, grab a snack, relax, because we got some good battles to come. All right? All right, so let's keep it going here, folks. So this is a decent matchup. Park Ground, you know, we're Garchomp type, right? But unlike Garchomp, we are extremely tanky. All right, so they're going to be bringing in their Kyurem there to Dragon Breath us down. We do have the Xerneas that we're going to go ahead and bring in here. Glaciate is going to be neutral and guaranteed to lower the attack here. Although our moves are still going to be doing quite a bit of damage to this Kyurem here. They are going to be shielding it up, using their first shield to protect that thing over there. Nice shiny, by the way. I have my best buddy shiny powered up, 14, 15, 15. Not completely maxed out. I don't think I want to max it out of the way because with further knowledge of knowing what Niantic is going to be up to as far as the Kyurem Black and White, when they did accidentally release them, an absolute blockbuster of a couple of pair of Pokemon, they accidentally released them. Are you kidding me? So we kind of know that we're just going to be catching them now, right? It's not going to be a form change. I mean, it could very well be. I mean, we were able to catch Hoopa in both of its forms, so we very well may be able to change their form. So it's not off the table yet, but don't power up those Kyurems until we have confirmation. Let's get into this horrible lead up against Zacian with our Zekrom here. Going to be swapping into the Mewtwo. Now I'm going to tell you the final team in this video is going to be my favorite team that I used. I'm going to have to say, or I'm going to maybe have to say the Zekrom, Metagross, and Mewtwo combo. It was pretty freaking good. Also, minus the Mewtwo and put in Kyogre. That's also a nasty team alongside Zekrom and Metagross. But Ho-Oh, Kyogre, and Zekrom are did I call it Zekrom? I meant to say Zygarde, are just a nasty pair. All right, so we're going to be able to take them down. They've used a shield. We still have 2 left here and a ton of energy. Bringing in the Zacian. We did what we wanted to do. We won the matchup. We're looking good here, right? Bringing in the Xerneas. And if I mix up the names, you guys go ahead and correct me. All right, go ahead. All right, they have a Groudon in the back. Unfortunately, I don't even think we had Kyogre this whole time here. So we're going to go ahead and go for that because we don't want to lower our defense. I don't know if I want to shield this up quite yet. We will survive a Precipice Blades, but they go for Fire Punch. We call it beautiful. So now we're going to go ahead and go for the double close combat here. because we're just in a position to do so. We called the Fire Punch, and now we're going to be able to almost take them out. We lowered our defense by 4 stages. Fire Punch still not enough to take us out. We immediately swap into the Zacian here. We have 1 shield left. We go for the Crunch. Yes, it's not very effective, but we're not making it to no stinking Earthquake here. We need to hold on to that last shield for the Zekrom, or Xerneas. All right, so we're taking the win. Zygarde's doing it for us. I mean, this thing is just doesn't care. Another horrible lead up against Zacian here. We're going to go ahead and swap into our Mewtwo and do the whole Psystrike nonsense thing here. Yum, yum, coffee. All right, so we're at the point where we're going to take a decent amount of damage, so we're going to shield that up. They do go for a Wild Charge, lowering their stats, so that's going to lead me to believe Wild Charge close combat on this thing. Now, a Zekrom, why do I keep calling it Zygarde? All these Z's. Damn it. Zygarde, if going up against the Zacian with close combat or Wild Charge, you can destroy them. All right, close combat will do a decent amount, but they're going to keep on lowering their stats. All right, so they're going to be bringing in their own Xerneas here, and we're going to have a nice mirror match. We know they have Kyogre, so we're going to be okay here. We're going to go ahead and just throw that Moonblast right out the gate here. Now, we can handle this thing too with our Zygarde if need be, okay? Yes, Dragon Tail's not very effective, but at this point, we're going to be looking okay. So close combat, not very effective, and we survive with 1 HP. Getting to our own, which will KO, but they shielded up. All right, so here we go. This is getting a little crazy. Now, we can take the Fairy Charge move. If they go close combat, I figured they would do that, but we just had to shield it up just to be safe. So here we go with the Kyogre. All right, we dropped the defense. Let's get it. That's all we needed to do right there. Hitting us with the Surf, which is leading me to believe that they probably have Thunder. Otherwise, they would want to build up to the Origin Pulse or the Blizzard if they did have it. Getting to another Surf, but unfortunately for this Kyogre, they're just not going to be able to cut it because Zygarde is just so nasty. And then we're going to be able to go for the Crunch up against their Xerneas to take the win up against this Fairy here. And that's not the only time that this Zygarde is going to be able to pull that off. All right, let's go ahead and switch up the team here. We're going to put Ho-Oh on and see what we can do here. All right, as you can see, the team is going to be slowly morphing into the final form, just like we have here for the complete. Now, we're going to be going in here, I do believe, for a few unedited battles. We're just going to go through here and just go into the next one without transitioning so you can just see. So we're met with a Segaleo. This is good for us. This is fantastic for us. Both of the moves that we do have are going to be super effective. So we're going to let that go. Iron Head, I got to give it some credit there, doing a respectable amount of damage to the damn Zygarde. Going for the Crunch, which I should have went for Earthquake in hindsight. Yeah. If I would have built up to the Earthquake, they would have shielded it up anyways. Okay, so we're going to do that again. And just go for another Crunch here, as we're going to still be able to outpace them, even if they keep hitting me with Iron Head here. So we'll, of course, let this go, as the Fire Quick move is really not doing too much. They do go for the Psychic Fangs to lower the defense, going for another Crunch. And we're going to be able to farm them down. They did use a shield. We didn't use any. Yes, that was a bad lead, but that's just going to show you the power of this disgusting thing. Now, this is okay. If we did have, say, Kyogre and, or not Kyogre, Ho-Oh and, yeah, Kyogre on the team, it will be pretty screwed there, but we do have Mewtwo still. All right, so what's going on here? Psystrike. Oh, all right, so Tyranitar in the back. I'm leaving this in here because I wanted you to see it. We had a Ho-Oh. They had a Tyranitar with Smackdown. We had a Mewtwo. We have Psystrike and Shadow Ball. It's an automatic loss. There is no skill. I'm not trying to downplay on them. I'm just saying there's situations where they're put in that spot too when I'm battling them and they just have to back out. But just know that this is what we're dealing with. That's Go Battle League for you. You could do really well up until the very end, and you might as well just back out because of the typing and the matchups, okay? It's nothing to do with your skill, all right? People take this shit way too above and beyond. Like, oh, I'm so good at it. Like, my God, how sad. All right, anyways, the Rayquaza over here holding it down. Those breaking swipes were no joke. No shields have been used, and they're going to be bringing in a Groudon here. So of course we're going to be going for Sacred Fire, and they're going to be shielding it up, which is leading me to believe that they could potentially have some sort of a Steel type in the back. Absolutely. All right, so we're going to go ahead and go for the Brave Bird here. They're using a shield, and as soon as I swap, they bring in their Metagross, an instant swap there. This happens several times throughout the video, I know it's a normal thing. As soon as somebody throws a charge move, you want to swap, yada yada, but some of them seem a little bit odd. Next game. This is a good lead up against Giratina. Oh yeah. Yeah, I gotta love this here. Now, I do believe I encountered... This is gonna be Dragon Pulse and Shadow Ball? I think that's what we're going to see here. So we're getting a shield out of them here. And if this is Dragon Pulse, it's going to do, yeah, there it is, doing a decent amount of damage and then retreating into their Groudon. Going to go ahead and bring in Kyogre to handle the situation here with ease. We'll let this Precipice Blades go here. Even a Fire Punch is not going to be enough to take us out at this point. So if they wanted to win, it's going to be a pretty hard matchup for them. But of course, they're going to let it go and bring in their Giratina, but we're going to be able to get to Surf. Not very effective, but still doing some damage before we do go down. So we're going to go ahead and bring in Ho-Oh because we're expecting them to go ahead and throw a Dragon Pulse. Yeah, Zygarde is going to be able to take the hit, but we want to preserve its health a little bit while farming up energy on the Ho-Oh. So we'll go ahead and shield this Shadow Ball up here while we will be coming at this battle with a lot of energy, but they're backing out before we can even finish them off, and we're taking that win and moving it on to the next one. I guess we have a transition here because a few battles I just let it sit for way too long. Next game, we got a Garchomp here, so we are the same types. Let's see what happens here. So we're going to go ahead and call a Sand Tomb, lowering our defense there so they can do more damage with the Dragon Tail. We're going to go for a Crunch, and we're getting a shield out of them. Unfortunately, no defense drop on that Garchomp. And they're going to be retreating with energy on that thing and bringing in a Kyogre. All right, so we're going to go ahead and bring in our own. And looks like we have the final team now. Okay, so I do believe I'm going to be rocking with this one the remainder of the video because it just did so well for me. All right. Again, if we do get matched up with some sort of a dragon, specifically a Dragonite in the back, yeah, we're not going to be looking too good, but there are still things that we can do to potentially pull the win off. All right, Ho-Oh does have Ray Bird and Kyogre does have Blizzard after all. And we do have a Metagross in the back. Not looking too good for this person here whatsoever. Using their last shield, I swap into the Ho-Oh. I do believe they just stay here until the very end, and I have to give them props for that. Good game. See, it's just, there you go. Another one of those situations where there's literally nothing that they can do. It's just based upon the types that we have in the back. It's just over. All right, next game. What do we have going on here? Who is going to get screwed over? Me or them? Okay, looks like a pretty neutral matchup, but in my experience, going up against Mewtwo with Zygarde with Crunch is very good. Okay, now they can hit you with Ice Beam, which is not going to be appreciated, but it's still not going to be able to help them pull the win off completely here for them. They're still going to have to shield. So we get one shield out of them here. We're going to easily let this go. It is a Shadow Ball. I was a little confused on that. Maybe they were trying to catch. They thought they were anticipating a catch. But hey, I'll take it. And they're going to be bringing in Primarina. So this is an interesting one because it does have Charm. We're going to go ahead and bring in Ho-Oh. All right, so they swap into their Giratina. And we're going to go ahead and go for a Brave Bird to really put on the pressure since we do have the Kyogre in the back with Waterfall. It's not very effective, but since we landed the Brave Bird, we're looking great. And they already know the situation here because they are actually going to be backing out. And if you're thinking, why would they do that? They had Primarina. They could have done something. Not really. With that Charm, they were screwed. Inevitably, they were just done. Plus, we had the shield advantage. It wasn't looking too good there. All right, so we're going to be taking a 4-1. All right, we are loving that. Let's go ahead and get those points, folks. Y'all want me to rise up, right? Okay, stop screwing around, you all said. Well, that's not what you said. You're actually pretty happy that I'm not focused on getting to Legend, and so therefore I'm not ranting in every video, right? Okay. All right, next game. Now, Dialga is a losing matchup for Zekrom. Jeez, why do I keep Zygarde? Zygarde, complete. Okay. This is a losing matchup for us. It doesn't matter that we still need a couple more power-ups. Even if we were 100% IV, completely maxed out, it's still a losing matchup. Okay? It all depends on the shield usage and all that stuff here. But a situation that I do like is if they use both shields and throw their energy without farming me down. Oh, hell yeah. I'll take it. So what we're going to do here is go ahead and bring in the Ho-Oh to farm them down. Now, we do need to look out for the Draco, but they're not at Draco. They use all their energy. If you're paying attention, you would know that. And they're bringing in a Kyogre. All right, so we're going to go for that Brave Bird like we did before. And they're going to swap into a Togekiss. All right, we can still pull this off here. Just because we have that Ho-Oh in the back and they have a legendary water type doesn't mean we can't pull this off here. So we're farming them down and getting to the surf. All right, so at this point, what they're going to do, I think, is... I don't know if they can farm me down. Yeah, it's a wrap here. We'll let this go, holding on to our shield because we need to get one quick move through. And we'll take the win with the Ho-Oh up against Kyogre. Yeah, love to see it. All right, let's keep it going here with the new main team. And, well, it's coming back for a little bit of action. We got Kyogre in the front. They're going to be swapping into their Dialga. And I mean, Ho-Oh is pretty good up against it, but I want to lower their defense, so we're going to go ahead and throw that Crunch, and then we'll swap. And we did lower their defense. Fan-freaking-tastic. So I wasn't counting or paying attention. It's a matter of timing, but they do have Thunder this time, so it's a good thing I did shield that up. We would have been able to survive it, but it still would have done a lot of damage, and we don't want to take that, right? So we do have a whole heck of a lot of energy. We're going to go straight for the Brave Bird here. And doing a lot of damage, and we are able to get to another one, which is going to have them shielded up if they want to survive, and we're getting a shield out of them. They're going to be able to get a decent amount of energy here, but that's okay. We are able to win that situation, I suppose, and align it perfectly when they do have the Togekiss, as they were trying to bring that in up against our Zygarde, but that is just not going to happen here for them because, well, we've got the old Kyogre to go up against this thing, which is going to be able to beat Togekiss very easy here. Getting to the next surf, and I kind of almost didn't want to KO them at this point. I didn't want them to gain a little bit of farm with their Kyogre themselves, just in case they had Blizzard. But then I was thinking, I have a shield left. So we shield this up and check it out. Freaking Blizzard. Ooh, good thing we were holding onto that shield for the very end for that situation. And, well... Zygarde's taking the win. You already know what it is. Next game, we're going to be... Oh, there it is. Here we go. The Zygarde mirror match, folks. And theirs is stronger. Let's see what we have going on here. Okay. So I'm going to throw my Crunch first to lower their defense, if I do. And we lower their defense. Fantastic. Sneaking in 2 Dragon Tails as well after that defense drop. They're hitting me with an Earthquake. Sounds good to me. Swapping into their Groudon. We're going to farm them up a little bit more and then bring in our Kyogre here while we still have both of our shields as well. Hitting me with the Precipice Blades. That's no problem at all. Going to go for that Surf. I think they shield this up. All right, never mind. I don't remember this. Okay, so they let it go. Bringing in their... Zygarde, okay, we're going to go ahead and go for that Surf, which is actually going to do a decent amount, so we got them down into the red. Fan-freaking-tastic. This is so far so good here. Immediately going for the Crunch, but unfortunately it is not going to KO them, but bring them down. I just got one Dragon Tail through. I think that's going to KO maybe one more quick move here. Nope, that was it. And they have a Gyarados in the back. Okay, so this is one of those situations where I was feeling like, oh, hell yeah, I'm going to beat you. And then I see this in the back, and we're down a shield. No, there's no way. How am I supposed to pull this off? And let me show you. So you're going to go Sacred Fire, of course. You don't want to lower your stats at this point, and Sacred Fire is also going to potentially prompt attack drop. And then we did get it. Are you kidding me? We got exactly what we needed at this point. We're going to get hit by an Aqua Tail. Now I'm really in a jam, and I'm thinking, oh, shit. All right, okay, go for the Brave Bird, and then maybe get to the next one here. And we made it, but I swap into the Zygarde, go for Crunch, and I'm thinking, what did I do? I just gave them energy to hit me with Aqua Tail, but we take them out. I couldn't freaking believe it. Oh my goodness. I thought I screwed up at the end, but we are not screwing up. We take that win. That was a good game. That was my first time going up against another Zygarde with my own. So wow, that was intense. I have no idea how happy I was to win that matchup because their Zygarde was better than mine. Let's go. Next game. That goes to show you, IVs, who gives a damn? I gotta get a perfect IV. I don't want to waste all these cells and go on the wrap. Man, you got one life to live. Have fun, okay? Oh my goodness. Alrighty. By the time you start working on it, you're not even going to care about it anymore, this game. All right, so what do we have here? Dialga. Okay, so we've already talked about this. This is not a winning matchup, but we do tend to get shields out of this thing, so sounds good to me. But they're smart and going to farm me down in this situation right here. And I do not want to get hit by Draco, so we're going to go ahead and shield this up. Yeah, and farm them down. Okay, so what do you have? Show me a... Yep, of course they have something resisting fire. All right, so they're bringing in their Giratina here. We're going to let this go because Ho-Oh is an absolute freaking tank. This is not even maxed out, by the way. This still needs some power-ups. It is a 100% IV, though. All right, so we're getting off of Brave Bird. They're shielding it up. Going for another one here. We do have the Giratina in the, or not the Giratina, Kyogre in the back, and we swap. They bring in their Xerneas here. This is still a decent matchup here for me. Okay, now we do have Ho-Oh just holding on for dear life in the back. We're going to let this first Moonblast go here, see if we can farm them down. Hopefully they get to a close combat, and we're going to be able to farm them down easier. I let this go. Absolutely insane madness. I'm playing around with fire, quite literally, folks. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm going to get to Brave Bird. I just need to sneak one more quick move through, and we did it. Thank goodness. That was it. We had no more time to spare. I figured this out right down to the last second. We had literally 1 HP, and taking that win with the Brave Bird on the Ho-Oh. Incredible. All right. This is a very, very tanky team that we're using right now. I mean, Zygarde, Ho-Oh, and Kyogre. Oh my gosh. Completely ridiculous, but I love it. Somebody said, Poke, with this title, you're gonna have Niantic nerf it. Why in the actual F are you people bugging me about this crap when these other dipshits out here who are getting more views are clickbaiting and saying worse things than that, and you have no, you don't even bother them? Well, what is this? Stop treating me like I'm a punching bag. Niantic doesn't hear me, okay? I literally exposed the worst cheat in Go Battle League with the whistleblower, and they were telling people to take articles down. Okay, you have nothing to worry about. Okay, so don't come at me with, I don't want to see any more Zygarde videos, how good it is anymore. I don't want to hear about this. This is my channel. I'll talk about what I want to talk about. Okay, now if I was receiving much nicer response from people, then it would be a little bit different. But I've got my back to the wall, holding up 2 guns, ready for action over here. So just don't even start with me. Got a 5-0. Let's go. All right, a little bit of a tangent there. And this team is on fire, as you can see. Absolutely putting in the work. Let's keep it going here. Mewtwo. Okay, sounds good to me. Let's get it on. And I don't remember if this is going to be an Ice Beam. I encountered one yesterday for sure with it. So they're going to be shielding that up. And we will survive it if it is. All right, Side Strike, no problem. Hitting with this Side Strike, retreating into their Dialga, and we are up a shield here, so we're looking pretty good. Now, we do need to worry about Draco Meteor. That this is not going to be Draco Meteor. I don't know why I shielded that up. That was very stupid of me, and they were probably laughing their ass off because of it. So I'm going to go for the Sacred Fire to take out the Dialga, and they're bringing in a Kyogre. That's okay. We're going to go ahead and go for the Brave Bird here, so they can't get that much farm on us. Plus, that's just the move you want to go with too, because it's doing neutral damage plus stab. Bringing in the Zygarde. Going for the crunch here. I do believe they just swap back into their Mewtwo. All right, and they're shielding it up, using their last shield on a catch. Sounds good to me. Bringing in the Kyogre here. We can let the... Oh, we're going to shield it up. I guess we have to for at this point. Okay, yeah, they had so much energy. So I don't know. I don't think I'm going to be able to farm them down here. This is just, yeah, it's not happening. So we're just going to go ahead and throw. Otherwise, they're going to get to another Side Strike, and we're toast. And this is going to be pretty close. We're going to get to the Surf first. And that's going to be enough to take the win up against their own Kyogre. And we're looking good here. All right, let's keep it going, folks. What do we have next? Couple more games. Met with a Kyurem here. Perfect. I do believe we saw this before, but you're going to be able to see it again if you did miss it. How much does Glaciate do? Can Zekrom actually handle taking a Glaciate from a Kyurem? Stab Ice move. Well, I'm going to show you right now. This is how disgusting this thing is. Just check it out. Check it out. Check it out. And we survive. And we get to the crunch. We lower their defense too. This will KO if they don't shield. Oh, they caught. Oh, they wanted to catch and lock themselves in here with their Ho-Oh. Sounds good. We'll go ahead and bring in the Kyogre to go ahead and farm the hell out of them here. Hitting me with a Sacred Fire. We farmed them all the way down. Coming out of this battle with a lot of energy and a big smile on my face. Throw in the not very effective Surf, which is still going to KO because they're so low. They let it go, and they do have a Zacian in the back, which is going to start getting absolutely destroyed by my Kyogre. Let's go. All right. Okay, folks, this is it. This is the team. Pretty stinking good. Give it a shot. Tell me how it works out. I was trying to catch. That would have been an epic catch with a wild charge, or it's close combat. Okay. All right, so I bring in Ho-Oh, and that's a wrap. So there you have it. Some more teams with Zygarde. Thank you for watching, and I'll be catching you all next time. Take care.
Come crawling faster! Hey! So you're finally here! Fantastic!